Hello friends, today we are going to read 28th chapter of this novel and today topic heading is on living in offensive model. Life is an ongoing process of choosing between safety out of fear and need for defense and risks for the sake of progress and growth. Make the growth choice a dozen times a day. It is written by Abraham Maslow. So today we are going to read about that in which mode we should live our life. There is two type of one is that out of fear and need for defense, that is a like compulsory thing. Without that we cannot survive ourselves. So if we are in that zone, so first we need to work out of our fear and need for defense, so we have to work on that zone. But if we are out of that, so we can take a risk for our sake of progress and growth. If you are reading this book, you are most likely living in a relative abundance, whether you agree with that perception or not. You have access to some kind of electronical device for reading, which means you have some disposable income, which means you don't live in a extreme poverty. You also most likely don't live in a native tribe somewhere in the jungle or in a small village in the war zone where survival is a daily challenge. So here author is giving an example that if you are reading this book and if you are holding a phone or any electronics device in your hand, it means you are in a good position. You are not where survival is difficult. It means we can survive here. So now what we can do? Because we are out of that defense mode zone, there is no danger zone. So we can take other action. Consequently, you don't have to live in a defense. The negative consequences of your act when compared to people who are not as lucky as you are in most cases negligible. Okay, so there could be a person who are living in the worst condition who has to fight for daily survival, but we are not that person, we are luckier than that. You can afford to venture out into the world without the risk that the enemy tribe will kill you. You can risk launching a side business position where we can take a risk for our growth. So we should take, just like we can launch our side business, we can work on a diet, because we are not going to fight for survival if we are doing these things. Analyze the decision you have taken during the past week and ask yourself whether they were motivated by the need for defense and safety or by the prospect of progress and growth. Make sure that the great majority of your decision favor some smart risk taking instead of letting the fear stop you dead in your track. So here author is asking for tracking our last week, that we whether we take any action which we have to take for our growth, or we are just taking a action out of fear. So if we can track, we can get to know that where we are working, whether we are working on our growth or we are just stop on our tracks. So we can track this and measures our growth through this. And this is important because if we don't track our growth, we don't know that what we are doing. And if we don't know, so we cannot make any change because we don't know. So it is all about this. I hope you like this chapter, and if you like, you can comment down your thought, you can share with your friends and subscribe for more updates. Thank you.